Learn about layering in Keynote. Let's make a simple face. If you're actually in my class or in one of my my live tutorials, we've already discussed what vector graphics is. Just basically shapes and colors on top of shapes and colors, which can be grouped to make what we call vector graphics. It can be used for animations or posters, whatever you want, right here in Keynote, which to me is the unsung hero of the artistic world for Mac users, and it's already on your Mac. So let's get started here. Basic shapes. Up top here we've got shape. Now you'll notice I've got a lot of different things up here, a lot of different tools. That's because I've customized this. That is a lesson that's coming up a little later. But no matter what, somewhere when you open up and no customizations are present, you'll see shape. Let's just grab a circle here. There we have a circle. There are lots of usable icons up here with different pictures and things. I kind of wish there weren't. It just makes people lazy, and they spend less time learning how to make things for themselves. And even making a simple thing like this, you learn a lot of different skills and you practice. If you want to become an amazing digital artist right here in Keynote, then I wouldn't use these for too long. I digress. So here we are, click and drag. When I tap on this, it's highlighted. I can hold down with my finger on the trackpad, and then I can use the other finger to move it, or I can click with one finger and drag it. You get the idea. Clicking and dragging is something you should know. Whatever has the outline on it is the one it wants. Now, here's something that's not on my list that I need to teach you right away. Notice this. It's not a circle anymore. Command Z or Z. If I go over to Format, when we're drawing, we always want to be in Format. And in Arrange, there is Style, Text, and Arrange. In Arrange over here, Constrain Proportions. If I select this, now no matter what I do, it will change size but remain a circle. It will maintain its proportionality. So there's that. Duplicating and grouping eyes. This is super easy. So I've got this, right? We know Command D duplicates it. Over here in Format Style, why don't I just change that color to white? Now, on this color wheel here, I could choose any color I wanted. Lots of different ways. I usually stick with the good old colored pencils. Now I can grab this, duplicate it again maybe, grab it, make it a little bit bigger. So now I've got this, and this can be an eye if I make it smaller. Now check this out. If I click and drag over here, all three circles you see are highlighted. Command, Option, hold those down, and then hit G, groups it. So now it acts as one thing. Command D will duplicate it. I can now use these as eyeballs. Let's go even further. Let's grab them together. Command, Option, what? G for group, that's correct. Now I've got some eyeballs here. Now, using the tools, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Let's say I wanted to flip this around the other way. In Format over here, I can flip it this way or that way, however I please. There's a way of doing that up here in my customized toolbar, but we'll get to that later. So now you know how to make a shape, constrain it, group things, and change colors. Shall we make this more of a face? Why not, right? Or I could go and be a liar and just use something that's in here already. Use the crab. Already, if I check Arrange, it's already set. Automatically constrain proportions. Style, let's make him a red crab. And let's send him to the back. I could do it up here, but in Arrange, it always exists. Back. Grab the eyeball. Shift click lets me grab them together. See that again? There's one thing, shift click. Now it's selected both. Command Option, G for group. I got some eyeballs. Now, put them on there. Transitions here. We have transitions and we have animations, which are builds and actions. Let's get into that quickly. So Command A grabs everything. Command Option G for group. I've got this. I've got one slide over here now, right? If I click this, that's selected. I can Command D duplicate it. If I select this, that is selected. I can Command D duplicate it. If I do so, let's look at a transition. So I select the slide. Nothing on the slide is selected. So whatever I do is going to happen to the slide. Let's go with a magic move. This is the coolest one. It'll always say that. Just say OK. Magic moves means that any objects on both slides will be moved to the other spot. Like so. Let's preview that. So a transition is an action from one slide to another slide. For example, let's just say format this to a different color. Put them underwater maybe. So if we're playing it, there's nothing there. If I animate this with something else, I don't know, what should we say, a page flip, it'll go like that, okay? Magic Move's the coolest. It moves things from one place to another place, and it does it smoothly. The more things you have, it looks really cool. Okay, so let's now look at builds. Builds are build-ins and build-outs, and actions happen on here. So build-in means it's not on the slide and it comes in. Move in looks like this. You can switch the direction from which it comes in if you like. Build-outs move like this. So actions, however, do something while on the screen. Now this is pretty cool. We can do an action for a move. So if I'm looking at it, tap on here, that's where it moves to. I can then, if I want to, add another action. This is really cool. Move it again. And you can choose where it moves to. You can even change the manner in which it moves. So if I were to go to play now, I can do a play slideshow. Every time I hit the arrow, it goes to the next action that I've recorded. That is basically how that works. There's a lot to do there. Play around. There are so many different transitions you need to learn. There are so many different build-ins and actions. Add an effect. Like, look at all these things. It's crazy. Flame's kind of a nice one, though I don't know why I would use that for a crab. All right, that's it. Let's dive in. Let's make some stuff and develop some of those skills so we can get on to the more challenging and really fun stuff of making our own originals, making composites, mixing up other people's work for making our own originals with some inspiration, and then animations and storytelling.